Hey guys, thanks for stopping back by the channel and checking out another episode of Hi-Ho Silver. We really appreciate you. This week we find lots of cool stuff, and this is a whole hunt video. So you're going to see all the trash, all the treasure, and all the fun. Let's go check it out.
Yeah, it looks like the east side of this property is stops at that wall right there, and now we're going over, walking past the east side of the property. See that, guys? 5-car garage. How's that for a beautiful, beautiful old home? Very fortunate to be able to hunt here. And this north side, it's not real big, but it's an area to hunt on, and we'll see what comes up. One pretty significant difference between this home and a lot of the ones that I do. One thing about here, I don't know if you can see this, guys, but one part I do like, I hope it's coming through there. One part I do like is when the sidewalk or whatever the walkway is kind of slopes downhill, tends to collect stuff up. People drop it and they just rolls away from them, right? But anyway, one of the big differences here is, like, this is an old estate home. You know, this is very likely old Kansas City money, and might have been in his house for, you know, in his hands for generations. And a lot of the permissions that I get are from the 20s and 30s. They're actually in not as an affluent part of town. Not that it wasn't a perfectly nice part of town, but it wasn't kind of that really elite like this is. And so they had family after family after family in those homes, where a lot of these bigger ones probably may have only changed hands a couple of times, if ever. This has got kind of a coin sound to it. I don't know what we've got, but it was a decent signal. The closer I get, the bigger it sounds. Yeah. Just an old piece of gutter spacer or something. But a zinger. So anyway, while these large, wealthy homes have some real curb appeal and some real kind of, if you will, kind of let my imagination run wild on what I'll be able to find. But nothing of note. I found a couple of toy cars. Oh. Let's see here. First of all, here's the trash I've dug out of the yard so far. Quite a few bits and bobs, and whoa. This is a big old hose clamp. Oh, some trash and some other stuff. Yeah. And then the what I'll call the keepers, even though that's a little relative, if you will. Little toy car there.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Another one.
All right.
Probably my grandson. He's
yeah, exactly. Now. Probably. Yeah, and there's another one. A couple of coins. This is an old airplane, but it was in like half a dozen pieces in the ground. Oh. So I wasn't able to really.
Toy, you mean?
Yeah, no, exactly, like a toy airplane. Right.
Well, you're welcome to all of it.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that. I'd love to show you something to brag about, but I'm just getting started on this side of the yard. I'll finish it up, and then I'll do the curb strip or the front of the house, and then I'll be out of your hair. But it's very kind of you to let me poke around. Thank you so much. Okay. All right, guys. So, not sure what I was on about there, but some sort of lies, I'm sure. Well, as it happens, there's a video that comes out tomorrow night, and it's over in Brookside, and it's an 1880 Morgan silver dollar. So that's pretty cool. But my favorite is right off of 52nd and Brookside Boulevard. A gal gave me permission. She's older than I am. I'm not exactly sure how old, but she gave me permission to do her home, beautiful home. I didn't realize it, but she was living in the home where she grew up. So there was a lot of family history on that house, and I found her mom's class ring, 1941 St. Teresa's Academy. I found it in her backyard.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of that in this Midtown area where people don't leave their houses.
Right, exactly. So, yep. Thank you for asking.
I'm hoping my daughter wants this one.
Yeah. Well, it's certainly a beautiful, beautiful home.
It was a fixer-upper when we got it.
Yeah.
Now that we've done everything perfectly, I want her to have it.
Right. Well, I hope she has some interest. Is she here local?
Yeah, she was,
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, this one's all over the place, guys. Once in a while it rings up pretty nice, but not very often. I think it's pretty big also. Let's see what's down there, but I'm not holding up a lot of hope. Another thing is, I'm sure that I'm not trying to say that I do things the right way. What I will say is, if people are kind enough to give me permission to hunt in their yard, I'm going to engage them in conversation anytime they want to know what's up or talk or any of that. I'm very glad to do that. Yeah, this just does not sound good, guys. Yeah, I'm using that pinpointer function. It's still down there quite a ways. I just feel like it's bigger than getting out with my Handdigger. So let's see if we can't do it this way. Yeah, there it is, guys. All right, check that out. That is an old lipstick tube. That one's in really good shape. You can see where I scratched it with the shovel, but hopefully I'll be able to clean that up and identify. They almost always have a marking on them or something like that, but very cool. Love the old compacts and lipstick tubes and makeup and don't want to cover that up completely. Make sure there's nothing else down there. All right, guys, didn't have much hope on that signal, and I'll be darned if it didn't come through. Well, there's another piece of it that's right out here, guys. So let's hope it's something quite cool. Well, that's just a piece of trash. I'll bet it's an old piece of trash, though. Yeah, and that's part of the reason why the signal was so bad, and I just couldn't trust it at all, was that there was actually 2 pieces of stuff down there. Something else down there too, but I'm not getting any sort of consistent read on it. Yeah, so you can just pretty junky all the way around. So you can see I'm in just a beautiful, beautiful old Kansas City neighborhood. And a beautiful old Kansas City yard. And who knows if there's even been any metal detecting done on it. I sure haven't found much in the way of coins, but I would chalk that up more to the kind of house it is and probably how much traffic there was or wasn't in this sort of a home, rather than to say somebody's done it already. But again, I'm just making guesses with the information I have at hand. This wasn't a great signal, but boy, it's sure cleaning up and really sweetened up there. Did not read ferrous or non-ferrous, but that's not unusual in a hole like this. There's something there, guys. So let's just try to figure that out without getting it all botched up. Afraid it's almost ringing up like a big hunk of metal. Yep. Darn it. Sorry about the camera work there, guys. Well, no, I gotta figure out what to do with this chest mount, because I just don't care for the hat mount or forehead mount cameras. And the chest mounts, I feel like, work great about 80% of the time. And you get over that hole, and all of a sudden you can't see it, and then you stand up, and then you can't see it again. And so there was kind of one panoramic way to do it, but haven't figured that out yet. Tell you what, guys, won't be long for a morning like this to be working up a heck of a sweat. Have a long sleeve t-shirt on and a little light long sleeve pullover shirt over that, and that's all I need for sure. A couple days ago I'd have been freezing out here with that kind of get up on. Well, so far the legend is pulling those targets out for sure. Who knows? Haven't haven't run across a whole lot yet, but wouldn't it be cool to just go ahead and swing over a gold coin? Gold coin or a seeded silver, either of those would be just dandy by me. How about a piece of orange aluminum? It's not exactly a gold coin. Not exactly. Well, you put in some a yeoman's effort this morning. Yeah, I'm glad the weather's broken enough for you to be able to get out and do it. Thank you, and I'll come knock on your door if I find something cool.
Things just come down everywhere.
Yeah, they do. An old piece of electrical connector. It sounds like there might be multiple targets here, guys. That just screams trash, though. What's that now?
Is it possible to finish with winter?
I hope so. Yeah. So I think this one might have actually had multiple targets, and I think this first one here is we're gonna find is trash. It's pretty big. If I can wrestle it out of there or not. Looks like it's wedged in these roots here. Well, whatever it is, I got a piece of it out. That does not look interesting enough to me to get down and get the rest of it. So, I don't do this very often, but whatever trash and whatever secret is down there is going to stay down there. It will just have to remain a mystery. There was another part of this signal. It was over this side and it sounded like it could be a coin. This one's got a possibility here. Between the roots there. Yeah, there's something in there. There's something in there, all right. Darn it. I really did feel like that was going to be a diggable signal. Rustle. Wasn't a real great signal to start with, but sure thought it was going to be diggable. I think it is. I think I just missed it. That's what it seems like. It seems like it just plain missed it. Yeah, I guess it's messing me up here. I'll tell you, that signal goes from one place to another. Damn it. Alright, guys. This is one I'm not going to follow. Too much funky stuff, too many barely perceptible signals. I'd say it's going to be something. Man, that sounds good. trouble isolating that son of a gun. I was on that before. Look here. There's a coin. That's a that is a memorial penny. Crazy. Well, that legend was trying to talk to me and I wasn't necessarily listening the way I should. My muddy mess. I like that YouTube channel name, My Muddy Mess. And in a couple of weeks, or actually by the time this airs, it'll probably be over. Maybe. We got Muddy Relics coming on as a guest on Hi-Ho Live. Very much looking forward to that. Later on in April, we've got History Digger. And lots of cool folks in this whole treasure hunting community. Well, at least that signal's gone, guys. Okay, let's finish up the top of this thing here. This yard is not a symmetric pattern at all, so I gotta be pretty mindful of where I've been and where I haven't. Yeah, I'm just not gonna chase too many signals like that, guys. That one sounds a little bit different. A little more like a coin. Yes, ma'am, that sounds like a coin. Sounds like a coin, but it's not. That looks like it could be a piece of junk. You've been waiting for so long. So come on out and sing your song. Another solid signal here. Not sure that it sounds like a coin, but might be something recognizable. Might be something for the keeper bag. And it's deep. I think I see something down there, guys. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I think I see something round down there. Big and round. Look here. Well, I wanted to say it was going to be the piece of top of a compact or something. Oh yeah, there it is. Little broken mirror there. That's exactly what it is. I don't know that I'll be able to pull a date or anything off of this size, but that's exactly what that is. It's a piece of a woman's compact. So, oh, there's the other piece of it that I mangled up. Doggone it. Well, there you have it, guys. Good old heavy-handed hi-ho silver. Destroying stuff before it even comes out of the ground. It was deeper than my first one. I went in there after it with my shovel and got a little ham-handed with that one. The way it came out like that, I'll bet I could have pulled that thing out completely whole. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Yep, I did not do a nice job on that one. Hi-ho, silver. Not a strong believer in this signal. I think I hit it the other direction and it was in the 30s. That's another thing too, is I'm not real good about this, but for metal detecting itself, you get a chance to hunt a property multiple times, or the one time you're doing it, it really stands to reason you should be hitting it different ways, different cross patterns, all that stuff. And I don't do that much. What have we here? It just looks like an old piece of, an old tired piece of lead. Can't tell that it was bullet shaped before or not. I'll put it in a keeper bag, but I don't think it's don't think that's actually what we're after. If it was a bullet at one time, it came to an abrupt halt. But what was this? Oh yeah. You know, varying up your deal. You guys watch me scan these yards, and I'm kind of fast about it, and I do it one direction and kind of do it like I'm mowing the lawn. But I'll guarantee you, I leave room for stuff to be missed for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it. So as you're doing these, especially if you're fortunate enough to be on a property that you can go on multiple times, then and it's holding some good stuff for you. You know, go over it north and south one time, and then east and west one time, and then diagonal one time, and try it with a couple of different coils and a couple of different frequencies on the machine if you got that ability. Boy, it has just been a while since we had a nice cherry kind of a signal. Signals feel like they're just kind of junky. Come out of there. Yes, we don't not want to move out of there much. There'll be another compactor toy car that I just demolished here. Well, there's one root kind of out of the way. It just feels like it says it's right there. Okay. Now what do we do? Guys, I must be getting tired. Let's see what the detector has to say about this. That is so crazy. That thing was ringing up and ringing up and ringing up. at that. Well, that's what it was. I don't think it was anything as nice as a bracelet, although it's a little bit shiny there. See, there's a chance it could have been a copper bracelet, but could have been a band for just about anything, I suppose. Well, at least we know why it rang up weird. So anyway, don't just follow my lead on the way I do these yards and think that's the best way or the only way, because it's not. It is not. But what I can say is it's a way that suits me, and I do find a lot of stuff. I find a lot of silver. So in some respect, I know I'm at least doing something right. Toy car, anyone? Ah, look at that. Boy, I can't even see what I'm doing. That is not a toy car. That is not anything worth anything. Big old hunk of bazinga. Trashy, trashy, trashy. You know, it's not like this yard's been full of litter or anything, too. But it just hasn't had a lot of real valuable kind of targets. Yep, I'm getting frustrated chasing these signals a little bit. So, we've earned the right to do it any way we want. So I think I'm going to do a little more cherry picking than I have. Those fuzzy, deep, trashy signals are just not coming out of the ground very easy, and they don't seem to be what I'm after. That's a little higher pitch tone there. I see something down there, guys. And that I was going to say it was an old token, but it's something else. It's almost like the cover for a speaker or something. I don't think there's any writing on it, but you can see there's a little pattern there. So I'll clean that up just right and show you in detail on Monday Digs if it's actually something cool. It was actually one of the better signals I've had. Okay. Yeah. What have we this time? Yeah, this is definitely one with multiple signals. Could be a coin spill. That one sounds like a penny. Sounds like a penny, it does. That is a penny. That's Lincoln. That's a memorial. And that's certainly what it sounded like. Let's see what else is down there. I feel like there's multiple signals. Not multiple signals over that. Yeah, that's a fair bit junkier than a coin. Let's hope she comes out of there without too much trouble. Afraid it's relatively deep and relatively big. Buzz ingot. Yeah, it did try to come out there pretty easy, and I just wasn't having it. All right, guys. Drink of water here, and we're just about 5 or 10 minutes from finishing up this backyard. This north side yard. Shallow. Sounds like some aluminum foil trash. Something big down there, I'm not even moving it. Good old gutter spike hanger. Yep, a couple more passes down here. One curb strip, and we'll call this one a successful hunt. Just junk. I'll head uphill to the curb strip here, and then we'll be quite grateful for a beautiful morning's hunt. Looks like I need to go around the back side of the house, so I'm gonna take a shortcut here. Not intentional, but that's what I'm gonna do. All right. Got a couple little pieces of this curb strip to do. Did one small portion showing her my technique, getting her confident that I wasn't gonna leave a bunch of gopher holes in her yard. There's still a couple of other ones to do. There's a piece of a, well, I would say a zipper pull, but that's not even it. Some other kind of a hardware fastener for a small window or a bag or something. Alright guys, this little bitty strip by the house here, a little thin strip. I want to read this sign here. It's a historic home, property of wrist. Yeah, it doesn't say when it was built, but I'm going to look up this address, and I think it was 1900. So much rebar in that sidewalk, it's hard to even tell if you're getting a signal. Alright guys, one last pass up by the truck, and then I'm afraid we're going to call this one done. But it's so nice out today, and already been out. Do have some stuff to get done for my live coming up on Monday night. This is a Sunday. I do have some stuff coming up for my live that I need to get done on the computer, but this is a perfect day for me to go get some new permissions, because I don't always have a great opportunity. Most of the time I do, but boy, this is like a Chamber of Commerce day today. First nice day of spring that we've had in weeks and weeks and weeks, and I'll bet you there are going to be a lot of people out in their yards. And since I don't do a whole lot of door knocking proper, finding people out in their yard, just like I did this one. This gal was trimming up her bushes on the either side of the sidewalk there, and I just introduced her myself after she was satisfied that I wouldn't. Boy, what a gorgeous neighborhood! And when the trees come in, when the leaves come in, it's just like a parkway. So anyway, just literally met her 15 minutes before I started filming and hunting her yard. So that's pretty cool, and I will do the same thing, but not intending to do any more hunting today. I'm kind of pooped out on that effort. But thank you guys for coming along for another episode on a whole hunt with Hi-Ho, and we got a couple things for the cycle there, a key and some toy cars and that kind of thing, but no silver today, and that's the way it is. It's gonna happen that way plenty, where I don't get much in the way of shiny, and then other times I'll get 3 or 4. All right, thank you, Susan. Thank you. Peace out, guys. Happy hunting from Kansas City.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thank you very much for that. Now, be sure to tune in on Monday nights, 5 p.m. Central, and check out Hi-Ho Live. If you want to win some silver, we make it as easy as we can. So please check out Hi-Ho Live, 5 p.m. Central, Mondays, and happy hunting and big love from Kansas City.